See, okay. Hallelujah.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Good to see each and every one of you here. May God continue to bless us towards service today, and therefore it's kind of late us here. On what we do on that in there, we want to take this time to welcome all our listeners, those that's in Israel, those that's in Canada, the Philippines, Sierra Leone, India, and where you might be picking us up on the internet. Enter into our house where our motto is, come one, come all, let us build our future upon the foundation of peace and love. Shalom, Ve'ahava. And upon these two principles, when we as a people, a species and all, learn how to do, then are we ready for God's kingdom. See, which is coming. Thank goodness that God has mercy, but that's gonna run out. So we want to get ourselves together here. So no time to be messing around here. I also want to take this time to say, trust that each and every one of us are having a happy Rosh Hodesh. That is a new moon at the beginning of the month, and therefore we want everyone to be happy on that end there, that it might be well with you, and that God will bless you in health and strength, and with sustenance, and also that we might be a happy servant of His, see, and enjoy being in His presence on that end. And, as we see here before, God wants us all to share in because He made man. He put that quality in us. When He said, "Let us make man in our image and our likeness," that eternal life and that desire was there too. That's right. We got that took out because disobedience. Yeah. See, that's in the wrong voice. See, and therefore, we didn't really realize the value. As they say, you don't miss the well. Yeah, you don't miss the water till the well run dry. That's it. See, you just take for granted. Well, the water all be there all the time. Every other thing. That bad boy will drown. Then you got a whole nother operation to go for it. I was talking to one guy there. He was talking about, man, it's wrong how the people charging for water and all that stuff, bills, water bill and all that stuff. I said, I remember my grandmother stuff. She didn't have no water bill. She didn't have no water bill. Yeah. I said, there was a whole lot of inconvenience that we had to deal with. Yep. See, you like going out there and it flows, and all them, it flows hot. You didn't have all that. You had to get that. You wanted it hot, you had to go get it and put on the stove, and you see a lot of convenience that you had. Yes.
On cable versus in television outside Turner, trying to make a TV show good. Now they got the one you do it inside out in the pop shop. The guy who everyone is doing it inside out. He trying to turn to make the TV show good. He said, man, this thing ain't up down. It's going to get the best. I go back and give me some cable. You got to pay more for the cable.
That made me think about it. That's what I did too. And so what it is was I didn't want nobody to know that had got it. So I took my antenna and stuck it up in the attic. Man, I was up there trying to get it just a holler away. He said, "Baby, you were Simone, he's getting there." And that thing was cold, see? And it turned around and I had my shirt there and hit the shirt and that cold thing hit that shirt up. I jumped, man, went through the. I was balancing on the tool for up in the attic. And man, when that thing hit me, boy, maybe because it was cold. Yeah. Made me jump on. I jumped off the what call it there and down went through the sheet I said, I'm going on down to get the cable. I hold on, I gotta go back and sheet rock, get this thing put back up and on. This ain't working. Get plus head, hurt the leg and everything. Yeah, right. So I have to make an evaluation of those things there. Nevertheless, God will bless us on that end there, do those things there, and like I said, hey, I like the convenience. See, I like that idea, there goes who is it? Amish people. Yeah. They don't really ride in no cars and all that stuff. They have to have a buggy out. No. Yeah. Yeah. Is that right?
They will come onto the highway. I mean, it's like, you see them till they turn around and start flicking. Because when the sun was going down, we had the buggy black, the others black.
Yeah, right.
So we didn't see them until they turned all the way onto the highway and then that reflector come to it like.
They're not hit them though.
Huh?
They're not hit them.
They got him.
Yeah, they.
Well, I understand we had a problem, but they had a problem too.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So if that shit was moved.
You're right.
I realize they got the right way.
Right.
They got that shit removed.
They sure is.
This guy said, I used to work with one, and he said, the guy told me, he said, his family, they didn't have no TV, so he go down the road to somebody else's house and watch TV. They did at the house.
Oh, okay. Well, we had to go down there. Because we couldn't afford one.
No.
We didn't. We didn't have no television, so we had to go down to the Dixons down there.
I thought it was too, we couldn't afford one.
See, they wouldn't have, they had one, and then we had to pick our days, because they couldn't go down there all the time now, see. So you had to pick, a certain day, but okay, y'all family, y'all come down here, y'all like that. Piano house full and all that stuff, and everything. So we had to pick our day we wanted to do it. That's how we saw television.
Yeah, we did too, we used to walk like 2 miles to watch Lassie.
Now you got to have a television in every room and all that stuff there. And they got to have their own channel, so they can see their own stuff there. And we just happy, boy, we couldn't wait till our day. What man out there?
I got on the man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's right.
We went on Sunday.
I forgot now what day we was on, Bill.
I know we couldn't see our spot. I couldn't see our spot. Your car. We was on the black down.
And then after the news go off for 10 o'clock, the television go off.
Oh, yeah.
Television set up there frying paint.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, I used to like that sign off when I had yeah, and then they had it, they had a plane.
Plain, stuff like
Yeah, they had a plane flying. Yeah, the jet. I used to quote that all the way. I can't do it all, but they say, spread out your wings and touch the face of God. I remember that. I remember that part there, but I used to look the whole thing. Boy, I used to love to wait for that day. Cause I liked it there, cause that was a fantastic thing.
Before that, but it got stuck to the farm. But I'm real fast, it stopped the eggs.
Cause TV, television was a fantastic thing, you know, to think about. But nevertheless, there are more things that are going forth, you know, and like I said, I remember when Dick Tracy was on there and all that, had a little watching, had a little stuff there where you could see the people that you talk to. I said, oh, man, you don't know that.
Yeah.
I thought that was, man, I thought that.
They had about 10 years ago, didn't they?
Now we got them now, man, hey,
Yeah, you got it now.
what's up and what's happened, real time, FaceTime, and hey, Zoom.
Messenger.
But back in my day, when I first come up, I heard about that. I thought that was something that, you know, just crazy imagination of stuff. But these things are ordinary stuff right now.
I got in trouble.
You know,
Yep.
there have been people that was in a coma a very, very long time. And after they come out the coma, everything changed at their normal rate because they didn't have all the stuff we talked about. And then 20 years, if they've been there 10 years and then computers and all that stuff, when they woke up, they were like, man, they didn't even believe that they've been switched to the future or something.
Yeah, they going to coach job too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, I just drive down the street here, Apache, and hit Cincinnati. And I Cincinnati, Peoria.
Oh, yeah.
And that has changed so much.
Yes, it has.
They can't like that no more, it's still.
That doesn't change so much, man. You're like, you be lost.
Mm-hmm.
They tearing down, building it up, the same thing right there.
Yeah, it used to be a barbecue spot and churches right there sitting on the corner.
Yeah. I remember that. It happened to my dad. The dad came up, he saw there. He said, son, I'm gonna drive up. He said, I'm driving up and everything, you know, everything. Because I usually go down there, pick him up to take him to the doctor's appointment or something like that. So he said, I'm gonna drive up also, just stand here. He got it. And I said, Dad, what's taking you so long on that day? He said, boy, I got up and I got lost. Because he was so used to coming down Peoria, getting off on the road and going on that right there.
And the landmark was gone.
Yeah, all of that money was gone. See, all that stuff is gone. You know, there was a service station down on the corner down there, Mansfield, there was a chicken,
Yeah.
church of chicken, all that stuff was gone.
They're saying the place where you do them starters and stuff over there on Patrick is over there too.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
So dear folks, future's coming, but I'm like Ella Maxwell on that, hey, I like modern day technology. I ain't against technology. Ella Maxwell said, man, I got to get out there with that mule and stuff like that. I think the cloud and everything there. She said, man, I love the tractors. He said, I love the tractors. Now they got, they didn't have that on there, you know, we were talking about it. Now they got air conditioning and television.
Oh, yeah, everything.
Got the computers.
Computerized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sees the airline.
it's getting better and better. He's making it better and better for us. So why not do it? All right, so enough of that there. We're gonna have our Israel update by David in Israel.
And
Shabbat shalom.
Parashah.
I'd like to say that continue to thank y'all for watching over and protecting us from this coronavirus
Amen.
because they done found out that it ain't about to go nowhere. Last statistics, in the U.S., it says 33.6 million U.S. COVID cases. And it says, in other words, with that many, that means you got 1 out of 9 got it. That's a lot. 1 out of 9. Mhm. So, and that's because, the majority of the old people has been, vaccinated. And so they pretty well. But then you got a certain percentage of them that's not. They don't believe in it. Trump people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. They don't believe in it. And they've been having these big events and they ain't been doing nothing but spreading this stuff. Yeah. That's what they've been doing. Yeah. And then you have your kids, naturally, you got the kids, of course, it don't bother them like they do older people. But yet still, they are getting affected and spreading it off also. Yeah, so now they talking about winding the mask now. They talking about bringing the mask fully back now. And sure in Israel they sure is bringing it back. Yeah, they said all the inside events in Israel they gonna have to wear a mask. That's all there is to it. Yeah. Because and Israel has got over 60% of their adults has been vaccinated. So they pretty well safe, but yet still you got that small percentage that don't believe in the mask, and they've been having these big events and stuff, house parties and different events, and they spread it. Yeah, and it's coming back.
yeah, I heard that they were saying that coronavirus it's in your person that's a carrier.
Mm-hmm.
It can be in their intestines.
Do what now?
The coronavirus.
It-
It can be in your intestines.
Oh, okay.
So when a person you'll go to the bathroom and
Yeah,
stuff,
being your student.
right?
Yeah.
And whoever pretty much sit behind them,
Hmm.
the chance to get it.
Okay.
Got to keep it bleached down. So it comes
It can't just jump out on you like that unless it's fluids there. Get on.
Well,
Okay.
it depends. Hey, I don't know, but that's what they say.
Well, we know also that it is found that the men that have it is also part of their reproduction situation.
Right.
They can find that in that too.
Yeah.
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 It says in Israel, 80% of adults population fully vaccinated. 80% of the adults in Israel has been vaccinated. So that's pretty good. I mean, but it says most of the new cases are in unvaccinated people, and that's the way it is all over. Yeah. It's these people that don't believe in it, that have not been vaccinated, and going about like they're doing, ain't changing nothing, and all they doing is just spreading.
Yeah, I mean, the sad thing about it is that they're dying from it, and they don't care about it at all. They're just dying from it, and they're holding everybody else hostage because they ain't putting their masks on or doing things.
And I was watching this black couple, I think it was on CNN News, and her husband got it, and her husband died, but she didn't. And so the man was talking to her, and he was saying, well, is there anything else you want to say to the American public about, you and your husband's case? Well, it was our choice.
Yeah.
You know,
They get the shot.
I'm saying when it comes down to death, forget it. No. Ain't about no choice. It's about living.
I agree, but it is still their choice.
Yours to die too.
Yeah, but when it comes down to dying and living, I'm gonna put living above choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure is.
You know, 99.5% of the people that gets the virus is the people that don't take the shot.
Right, you're right. Sure is.
99.9.5.
Yeah. And that's what they were saying. The majority of the cases are, especially like in Michigan, sure it's case.
Missouri, right?
Missouri, yeah, that's what I meant, Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Yeah. Because you got that, what that thing you got up there?
Yeah.
What that thing?
Oh, Delta.
Delta virus.
No, not Delta, but that big gardening place they got up there.
Oh, you talking about,
Branson.
Branson, yeah.
Branson.
You got Branson that's mostly Trump people.
Yeah.
And man, they just spread that stuff all over the place. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're showing you they're dying from it.
Mhm. Yeah.
They're short of nursing, they're short of ventilators, they catching it up.
Yeah, they kept it.
But they was talking about how these big companies, banks, like in New York,
Mhm.
they forcing their employees to be vaccinated.
Yeah, right.
They can't work. So, and a lot of them say, see, that's what I'm saying. It's the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they forcing us to get vaccinated if we want to continue to feed our family, to work.
Yeah, and that's what they were saying the other day. They were saying, do companies have a right to do that? And I said, yeah, they got a right to do that.
They're trying to.
They could be sued.
Right,
That's right.
They're trying to protect, the customers that's come and
right,
all them restaurant employees that's there to vaccinate.
right. And the majority of the people that work for companies ain't young either.
Yeah.
You know,
They elderly people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I say, yeah, they need to be back. Everybody need their shot at working at a company, or a job. I'm saying, to me, it's no more than right, because you're not only protecting yourself, but you're protecting others too.
mhm.
you also got to consider too, some
Huh?
people take it and they die from it.
Yeah.
That's a very,
So,
very,
so
very
that's, so that's what everybody's looking at. A lot of
Yeah,
people
but
looking at it.
that's very slim.
Yeah, but that ain't the way they looking at it.
I know, but that's slim.
But see, that was the reason why, I was hesitant,
Yeah.
And, when I, heard and seen people that took the shot and that especially, some, like my brother, Charles, he took his, no problem, so, hey. I guess I can take it.
Mr. waiting to see if anybody else.
Yeah.
So now they're saying that says children under 16 accounting for half of those infected.
Wow.
Yeah. Like out of that 30, that big number million, they say the children under 16. Got a lot to do with it. Yeah.
But they can take the shot too.
I know it. Yeah, they can take the shot. But, well, that's what they're trying to do now. They're trying to get the schools to especially in the fall before they go back. Trying to get them all back today.
I think 12 and over can take the shot out of it.
Right.
See, the problem is
Yeah.
with that, you got kids that's not old enough to take it. So they was debating the word. They were saying that the kids that got the shot, they don't have to wear their masks.
Yeah.
So they were saying, what about the kids that not be able to take the shot?
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
They don't even make nothing for them.
Oh, yeah, that's what I heard.
They what?
They haven't made mandatory.
Oh, they have that? Okay.
For the military.
Okay. It says, did Israel open too soon? It said COVID surges in Israel, 50% last week. Yeah. Yeah.
It's really just a cover, it's that new virus.
Right, and Delta, whatever you call it.
Delta,
Mhm.
Indian strain.
Yeah. It says 50%, yeah. It says in Israel, COVID surges in Israel, 50% last week. COVID-19, okay. It says Israel reports highest daily infection rate in 3 months. So it began to.
They hadn't had a death,
Yeah.
but they had one, it was 2 weeks since they
Right.
had a death.
Oh,
Then they
man.
had one, I think, the other day.
Yeah, they said it went 3 months without having a day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, and
So how the COVID percentage of your people in Israel got it?
well, they were saying that they gonna put the wearing the mask back on to keep from having a bad second wave. I mean, yeah. I mean, not a wave, but a second shutdown.
Okay.
They say because if they don't do something quickly, they gonna have another shutdown. Yeah, they gonna have another shutdown.
You know what they're doing, they got mobile vaccine. They going to the beaches and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and here they offering food and beer and anything they can to
Even a lottery,
motivate people to take the shot.
even a lottery. Some women love to win the lottery thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said some of us, they want, they going door to door and then the Republicans, boy, they go up here.
Oh,
Oh, all right,
Yeah.
that's all rights,
Wow. Well, how
You know, them Republicans, now, when Trump was president, boy, they was all talking all funny. And they showed what they were saying about all that, it was funny.
Oh, yeah.
But now, they totally against it.
All right. Okay. It says summer storm slam northeast with extreme flood warning. And, before that, it was the heat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the heat was messing with them then before that. I think they had so many, 16 or 20 some of them died back in one of the eastern states because of the heat.
Yeah.
And boy, they were showing now, they showing that in the subways, down up in from the,
Oh.
yeah. Boy, they waiting in water waist deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
New York.
yeah, boy,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's something to this global warming stuff. A lot of people don't believe it, but it's a lot to it. Yeah. Having these spring storms like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
You know, just messed up the ecology so bad.
yeah,
With they stuff and everything, you just messed it up, man. Whack.
Well, there's another international incident that happened down in Haiti where the
yeah, they
president of
keep
Haiti
killing the president. Yeah, but, somebody, yeah,
Assassinated.
was
assassinated.
assassinated, right?
Yeah,
And now they're asking for U.S. troops to come in and to help them with the efforts there because it's Colombians, they say, that did it.
they said it was an inside job.
Yeah. but
Because they say
Colombians,
their bodyguard didn't want to do nothing.
oh, okay. But yeah, they had the Colombians, they got one American, they got about 6 of them, they lined them
Right.
up. And they're gonna give them a trial, but they
And
believe
then,
it could
then
be.
they shot his wife, I think he took 3 or 4 shots. She's in intensive care.
Yeah, she got shot 3 times.
Is he dead? The president?
No, she did live in
Yeah, president did.
Yeah, the president
Yeah,
did.
president.
So I thought they just wounded her,
Yeah,
but so
She's
in
in,
intensive care.
yeah, she's in
Yeah.
critical
yeah,
condition.
she's in intensive care.
In Miami, Florida,
Yeah,
that's where they shipped it to.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
But you know, they said that one of those that did that was American, spoke English.
Oh,
American speaking guy.
okay.
Since you said that one was American,
Right.
you know.
Uh-huh. It says Israel innovating indoor mask policy to avoid future lockdown. Yeah. That's what they're doing. They said you got to put the masks back on, because if you don't, we're going to lock it down again. Yeah,
they probably wearing them there now.
yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
So maybe he probably don't get locked down.
And y'all know they end up, bringing another part of that building down up there in Florida.
What about it?
Up there in Florida, the rest of that building,
Mm,
they brought it down
mm,
because they were scared that when that storm come in, it was gonna blow it down anyway.
right.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody had lost all of their goods. They're going to probably get some of their stuff out of their building,
yeah.
but they lost all of their furnitures and everything in there.
A lot of people think they're trying to hide something.
Mhm.
I'm saying, to me, it's them inspectors' fault. When the inspectors went in there the last time, they seen
Right.
that salt water coming in there, and the way that water was rusting them pipes and stuff, they should have got everybody out of there then. They should have condemned it.
But I told them, hey, the building is rusting apart, it's sinking in the ground,
Yeah.
and the rebar is rusting out. I mean, I was contacting you, overnight back then.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, somebody must have told them that, well, you ain't got to worry about it, it's not that dangerous.
Yeah, but you told them that more sense than that. The building is falling down, but don't worry about it. It's probably gonna fall down.
Yeah, but see, you put all your trust on these important people that
No, I
saying.
don't. I'm still here, so you love that. If you want to. That is unsafe, then go, but
Yeah.
To me, somebody was giving out the wrong information.
But even so, you don't tear down the whole bridge because you got one rusty, thing. You shore it up and you build it up.
You say just one.
Oh,
Yeah. And like one said, they say, boy, the thing is sunk almost a foot.
Yeah, but now they,
Yeah.
that's most of Florida because they got
When I heard
limestone.
that, I got out, I know it's something wrong. A big old building like that,
yeah.
sinking a foot, 9 inches.
People been falling through on the ground all day, they're doing everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's time to go.
So what's the number now?
80 something.
Woo!
Yeah, they gonna find 80.
Oh, they found?
Yeah, 80 something, I think.
20 missing.
Yeah. They gonna find.
Yeah. They're probably gonna find the rest of them
Yeah.
once they get it up.
Oh, yeah, some of them people chewed up like hamburger meat.
Yeah.
Oh, people love that stuff like it.
Yeah.
You find a cat live.
Yeah. You got it 9 lives, you got one up.
Yeah. Hey, I get, hey, that's a thought that you don't even want to think about. Being in something like that and then just caving down on it.
Well, but in that day, when you're sure to return, there won't be so much calamity they wouldn't even know about what's gonna go on. Buildings gonna be coming down, people gonna be running around,
Oh, yeah.
airplanes gonna be falling. It's gonna be a terrible day. The day of the Lord gonna be a terrible day.
Yeah,
Terrible.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, the big lie, now they are investigating the big lie now.
All right.
Yeah, Trump, yeah, they investigating the Trump lawyers now, the one that was out promoting this stuff.
Oh,
Now they being investigated.
Giuliani.
Yeah.
Giuliani, you said?
Yeah, Giuliani and the lawyers and then a whole lot of other people is being investigated.
Wow.
Because they say they still no proof. And they say that this stuff, that they should have done better stop saying that. But they instead of slowing down, they getting worse.
What about your congressman? What about the
So
lies
now
they say?
they're under investigation.
Hmm.
What about what?
Your congressman, they're the one put the lies out too. They had 12 of them that came up and said, you should be investigated.
Yeah. So they trying, the Democrats, they selecting a committee to do the investigation. Yeah.
Good.
And the only thing about them is they got a subpoena power. Yeah. So whoever they call up, got to come. Yeah. It's a mess. Yeah, you got storms on one end and flood and, oh man. Then you got coronas kicking up.
Buildings falling.
Yeah, buildings falling.
People get crazy.
Yeah, and then there's hurricane season. Man, it's a mess.
Yeah, they say it's gonna be really rough this time because the water is so, the water is so warm.
So warm, right?
Wow. They Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, I say, that's a good deterrent to them. Is hurricanes, if the water's cool and everything, but with the water being up 7 and 8 degrees and stuff, I mean, that's just like putting gasoline on fire.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why that last one, that Elsie, that's why it kicked up for the rain.
Yeah.
Warm water, warm, just.
And then that's when they brought that building down, because they figured that the wind was gonna be high when he got to Florida, and they said that they figured it was gonna blow it down anyway. So they brought it down.
Yeah.
So let us continue to pray for one another. And y'all continue to watch over us and protect us. Because this thing, it's not gonna get no better. It's gonna get worse before it get better. So, yeah, and so, You know, they old folk used to say, you better be prayed up.
Yeah.
Cause you don't know what's coming. And they were right in the instance. So let us continue to pray for one another. That's my Israelite.
You might wonder why you do those things, or why you spend so much time, on that thing. You think it's not important, but it is, because the point is that the Mashiach told us, watch and pray. See, that you might be worthy. So if you ain't praying and you ain't doing all those things there, you ain't watch. Well, I just close my eyes. He didn't say that. He said, watch.
Watch.
You gotta pay attention to all these things that's going on. Know about what's going on.
You got people say, I don't want to watch no news. I don't want to watch
That's
that.
right. They'll tell you, they don't wanna watch
Too
the
much bad stuff.
Yeah. That ain't what he said. He said, watch.
He ain't say if you're
Here
scared,
come
you
a
watch.
tornado heading towards your house.
Mhm.
No, hey, don't tell me no bad news. There you go.
Negative energy, it said, no, negative energy.
All these things are signs that is coming to pass and all of them, and that we know who to count on. See, he said, watch it always that you may be worthy. Count it worthy to escape. He said, I'm gonna take you and wrap you off somewhere, and you ain't gotta worry about it. No.
Then after you make it out of that,
Right.
then you gotta stand before the thunder.
That's
There you go.
That's it. That's the final.
Man, we gotta get our act together. Like I said, because people don't realize that,
No, the mess is not ready yet.
okay, I'll just give it a try. Before I move on. All right, let's bow our heads for tonight, Parashah. Bless you, Lord, our God, King of the universe, who give us your Torah, the writings and the prophet, and the spirit that desired by thy great spirit, and have commanded us the diligent teaching unto our children, unto our people, and all people of the earth. And let all Israel say, Amen. Our Torah reading for this week's Parashah is taken from the book of Numbers, the 30th chapter, starting at the 2nd verse, through the 36th chapter and the 13th verse. That is Numbers 30 and the 2nd verse, starting till the 36th chapter and the 13th verse. Our Haftorah reading is taken from the book of Isaiah, the 66th chapter, 1 through the 24th verse. Isaiah 66, 1 through 24. This week's Parashah is two of them. Parashah 42 and 43, Mattot and Masa. And it means tribes in journey.
Fried,
Tribes,
fried.
tribes.
Okay.
Like the 12 tribes.
Huh?
Like the 12 tribes.
Oh, okay.
Tribes in journey.
Thank you.
Okay. Our scripture reading will be taken on how to read, which will be given by Shamash. Let us give our undivided attention as we read the word of God to us. Adam ben Israel.
Hallelujah,
man.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Scripture reading is taken from the book of Isaiah, the 66th chapter, 10 through the 16th verse. It's Isaiah 66, 10 through 16, that's page 542. It says, rejoice with Jerusalem, be glad with her, all you who love her. Rejoice, rejoice with her, all of you who mourn for her, so that you nurse and satisfied, so that you nurse and are satisfied by her comforting breath, drinking deeply and delighted in the overflow of her glory. For Adonai said, I will spread shalom over her like a river, and the wealth of nations like a flooding stream. You will nurse and be carried in her arms and cuddled in her lap, like someone thanks, like someone comforted by her mother, by his mother. I will comfort you in Jerusalem. You will be comforted. Your heart will rejoice at the sight. Your bodies will flourish like newly sprouted grass. It will be known that the hand of Adonai is with his servant, but with his enemies his fervor. But look, Adonai will come in fire, and his chariots will be like the whirlwind, to render his anger furiously. His rebuke with blazing fire. For Adonai will judge all humanity with fire and with the sword, and those slain by Adonai will be many. May y'all have a special blessing to read.
My God. More information.
Yes. All right. Here we understand and get some pictures of some things, people say, well, it's all the time talk about your bad and all those things. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. There's a warning. It's nice to talk about that, which is good, and those things there. But how often do they get over on the children? Try it. Try it. You haven't try it. You try to be nice with your children. People talk about all that stuff, but I recall back when I was coming up. People holler, I just love my mama so much. I just love my daddy so much. That's a lie. I love my mama and stuff and all that, but that was what made me get right. Yeah. And I thought she knew. That's how she knew. Well, it's time for she tell us that. Remember that? It's time for you to get another one. Yeah. Right. That was it.
They say, I see that you working on something. Yeah. Right. And it took me a long time to understand how she was going to. Yeah, it's time for you to get no whooping. What is she talking about here? To me, I wasn't changing. To me, that seemed like I was. Yeah, you're changed. But did you like what you were saying there? Used to be right there whooping and everything, and she said, "Go and get them dishes." Boom. Yeah. The dishes was rattling and carrying all that. But after a while, they just weaned down everything. Didn't I tell you to go and do the dishes? Yeah, Mom. I come with excuses. I get it later. I thought it was sister's time. This that girl, she had to come back again and say, "Didn't I tell you this?" She said, "Yeah, it's time." Mm-hmm. After that time too, when she said, "And the dishes is ready." So they know you've been doing something along the line. Yeah. But that's something that how things like that can slip your mind as a child. You don't remember your reason why you got a whooping back then.
all you think about is trying to do what you want to do right then. Until it's a little too late when she come in with that belt. Then it reflects back. It's too late then. Yeah. Because I remember when stepdad, he was just, hey, okay, it's time to get him, like that fire. And yeah, I heard him, but hey, I ain't moved. Then until the cover got snatched off, then it's too late. But even that happened, but you see yourself, slowing down. When they call, you don't just jump up. They got to keep calling you. You still laying. You should know it's okay. Now, if you didn't call me, more than once, now something's gonna happen. But hey, you don't move until they call.
My sister and Bertina didn't even give me the way. Didn't even help me out, boy, about it. They sat there. They knew Mama Julie. They knew what was going on. They didn't get sketchy. The guy they cut that yard something out. That time was too late. I wondered why Sister gone and Leona's gone and all that. And I said, what the heck? They was in there watching. But she come with that ironing cord, boy. Woo! Yeah, man. She said that yard. I like that jack on that bad boy. Yeah. But so, dear folks, here, these things get tested, these things get done, and all those things get. There's a reason for those things there. There's a reason why he's called our Father. Right? These things are to understand and all those things, and how we look at those things and how those things go forth. And if we don't understand those things, then that's where we are. People say, well, that's the way we are. Yeah, but that didn't stop that ironing cord from doing this job. See? And so, here was the God of gotten Israel out of Egypt. And it's funny how they say and told Moshe, we told you to leave us alone. See? We were doing all right in there. And it's crazy how that's how our mind is. That's how our mind feels. See? And we want to find how God has to deal with us in certain ways here. So here we go to Numbers, the 31st chapter there. Okay. Yeah. And we're going to start reading at the first verse there, Numbers 31. And
it says, Adonai said to Moshe, on behalf of the people of Israel, take vengeance on the Midianites. After that, you will be gathered to your people. Moshe said to the people, equip men from among yourselves for war.
now notice this. God was talking to Moshe, and he was letting Moshe know that Moshe, your time is up. He letting him know that. He said, I got one more job for you to do. And after you get that job done, you're gonna be gathered to your parents, to your other prosperity.
That's one job I brought out.
Yeah, yeah, right. He said, you gonna die.
Yeah. We're gonna do this right.
Yeah.
Like you start changing people's about 7 years old.
Yeah.
I was 20, we should ready to go.
Boy, well, he must have been, he knew Moshe. Yeah, and he did those things, yeah.
Okay, but
And therefore, here's something I want to ask you a question. Why is it that God could not forgive Moshe? Why is it that God could not forgive Moshe?
because he couldn't say that.
He forgave Moshe, but he's still gonna have to get that whipping. He's still gonna have to get that judgment, because that judgment was something you can't take back.
He said, Lord, can't you just forgive me and let me go on and finish my job, and finish this job here. That my job ain't complete. My job is that I done told folks I'm gonna lead them into the promised land. Can't you just change your mind and do those things? Why is it that God could not change his mind? See?
He made one thing I could see in this situation. He made that was very, very significant, and that rock represented the Messiah, and also that and I see it in that is that he put himself and made himself above. We give you rock like he had done something, and I look at it like that. Maybe you might see something else.
Never made God lie, you said,
All right, you're getting close to it. You're getting close to it. You know, all people talk about said that he was a pattern after Michelle. Well, I don't know that yet. I don't know that.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know whether or not that's true or not. All those things, yeah. You know, but the point of it is that I do know this. God cannot lie.
Right. Well, in the New Testament, Paul said that rock represented Christ.
Mm.
We've seen that revelation. If you see that correlates to that.
That's why he did it. And the reason why he couldn't change the decision is for now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why is it against?
Because he couldn't tell a lie.
Go back on the word.
What was that word? Now y'all getting that. When the spies came back, I want you to get this.
Oh.
When the spies came back. Oh, what was that?
Ain't nobody going in except those two bitches on.
There you go. That sealed him right there. God could not forgive it. See, so a lot of people, God will always forgive. No, you better be careful about what situation you get in, because there's something that God will not forgive you on. I hear people talking about this all the time. Oh, no, you better be.
But his salvation is still good, right?
See?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the job, you know.
Okay.
The job that he wanted to do was he went, y'all know it, he went to the Father 3 times. Yeah, right. Right.
Well, we read the Bible in the Bible about 30 times, everybody copy. I like to copy.
But God still trusted in him and do those things there, but there are some things that you can get yourself into a situation of, and you can't do anything about them. God had told him only 2 people that's over the age of 20 is gonna make it in. Moshe, you 87 years old. Mhm. God couldn't change that. He couldn't change that. Therefore, we gotta be, so, you know, this Christ here, because we have to be careful about how we disallow and we don't believe the truth.
Amen. Amen.
God give you a strong delusion for what reason?
Did you get lost?
Yes. Now how you gonna turn around and forgive you about that when I'm giving you this pray to be lost?
You want it, let's give it to you.
Oh, we got it.
So we need to be very mindful, we need to be very careful about those things there, you know, on being corrected and to do those things there. Don't be so locked in that you think that you, see, I'd rather err on the other side. Come on, sir, some of that stuff you didn't have to do.
And you know, some of us do the same thing. We pray and ask God to solve a problem. Then run ahead of them try to fix it.
Wouldn't it be better for him to say, my servant, you didn't do enough? Rather than the fact of, hey, some of that stuff you didn't have to do. Yeah, you didn't have to do all that. I'd rather for it to be on that way than to be on the fact of insufficiency of that stuff. You come to mind, well, y'all ain't gotta do all that thing. You ain't gotta do that thing. You ain't, okay. I'd rather want to be saying that I didn't have to do all that there stuff there now, rather than say, why didn't you do that?
It's not a point of salvation.
There you go.
It's not a point of salvation. Don't do anything. Just in case.
There you go. Hey, I'm looking at. I need all the help we can get.
I'm sure God accepts.
But we see that people we like to add up stuff, and that's where the problem comes in. We do those things there, and God deal with them on that. So he told Moshe, I got another job for you to do. And read on, let's see what happens.
Says, they are to go and fight Midian in order to carry out Adonai's vengeance on Midian. You are to send to the war 1,000 men from every one of Israel's tribes. So out of the 1,000 of people in Israel, 1,000 armed men from each tribe, 12,000 altogether, were mustered for war. Moshe sent them 1,000 from each tribe to the war.
On the 12,000. But you know how many was, had to get stopped? We talked about that last time. How many had to get stopped from the plague that burnt face deflected?
24,000.
24,000.
Mm-hmm.
24,000. That's why God was mad at the Midianites.
Mm-hmm.
He was upset with the Midianites because now God said, I got to do this here to you. Are y'all following me here? The leaders got hung up, and then there was 24,000 of them. And if it wasn't for burnt face, God was just getting started on doing something. He said, but Finna has deflected my wrath. See? And now, I want y'all to go and take vengeance on the Midianites. You know, God said, vengeance is mine. And so he said, but I'm going to give y'all that task to do here. Get them together, and they ought to be happy to do this for me. See?
So what was it doing? Why was the vengeance on Midianites? Because of the woman? Midianite woman?
Because of the fact that they turned their minds against God.
Okay.
Were we talking about that last? Them dumb guys. Yeah. Ooh, we sure look good and everything. what can I do to get you? And I like, hey, all we gotta do is go to my church, go to my service,
Mother God.
go.
Yeah, he's up there baking with.
We're gonna have a big dinner at the church. See? Chin done. See? And all you gotta do is come to it and everything, and all like that. Then, hey, I'm yours. Hey, but dumb. Ooh, boy, there they go.
So you're saying that I'm just trying to get an understanding. I'm not connecting with the Parashah. So you're saying because of the Midianites, God had to take vengeance on his own people because they disobeyed him.
Exactly.
And now, because Phinehas did what he did, God, it sufficed him from destroying the rest of his people. So now he's going to finish off the Midianites.
Yeah,
Is that
going.
it?
That's exactly right.
Thank you.
That's exactly it. Yes.
I liken that to the day's church of Midianite, but they like that. Cause they actually every Friday at the job I was working out, they have catfish Friday and all kind of stuff. I'm glad I'm not there. So I'm doing something else somewhere else. They're having their catfish Friday, and when I confront them about their stuff, their pork and all that stuff, and oh no, that was done away with. That's the old law, they say. So I say, okay, yeah, go ahead. Don't, those kind of people. They're always in the prayer line talking about Lord heal me.
So we see that Moshe got busy, got that job done.
Yes.
See, got them together, ordered them all up and everything there, and they went out. And now start reading it to 14.
14 verse.
31.
Yeah.
Moshe was angry with the army officers.
Oh, the army went on out there. They come back feeling like they done did what Moshe done told them to do. They
Killed all the men.
all happy. They all happy.
You know they won't.
We don't want out there and break vengeance on them terrible Midianites. See? Doing that stuff to us and everything. Show you how, you think that you can figure out what God So they jumped up there and they come back, they couldn't even get past Moshe. Now, we're talking about what the repeating y'all now. They come back expecting to get Moshe's
Celebration.
yeah, and get his pleasing and get his. And Moshe said over there, why are y'all so happy? What's wrong with y'all? I'm upset. What are you upset about? You done did what you said do. Faith come by hearing. See? You ain't supposed to go out and do what you want to do about it and all that. You supposed to do what they tell you to do. That's faith. You got a lot of people hollering about, that ain't my faith. My faith is this. And that's what the problem is. It's your faith. A lot of people hollering about it. Yeah, they'll agree with you. Oh, yeah, we got to be saved by faith. But they talking about their faith. They ain't talking about God's faith. See? Same way these guys were. Even Moshe had a whole different opinion about whether or not they're going to do what they're supposed to do right. Read on.
So Moshe was angry with the army officers, the commanders of thousands and the commanders of hundreds, coming in from battlefield. Moshe asked them, you let the women live.
Oh,
Oh, man.
oh, God told him to go wreak vengeance on Midian. That means everybody.
But Pastor, it's the normal thing in the spoiler war, before they had a war, then there was a spoiler war where you can go and get the woman, and then if she wasn't a virgin, you could take them and then you bring her and shave her head and everything. Well, what's so different now from the one of that Parashah and this Parashah, where the women
I just told you what was the difference. He said, go over there and wreak vengeance on the Midianites.
all of them.
That means everybody.
And the women.
Not you go over there and make those decisions around. See?
The women should have been the first one to kill.
I don't know.
So Moses, listen to what Moses said here.
Said they was the main problem.
Read on.
Yeah.
It says, why these are the ones who, because of Balaam's advice, caused the people of Israel to rebel, breaking faith with Adonai in the pure incident.
Yeah, no, he said, the main ones, where are you thinking at? And they let you know where they're thinking at.
Yeah, they think.
What was the men thinking at?
These women are good. You want to keep these women.
It wasn't what God was thinking. Woo, that sister. Woo. And just think, she gonna be mine. She gonna belong to me because she gonna, hey. And he just had his man all set wrongly messed all up. And that's what messes you up with faith. That's what messes you up with what you fulfill what God said. Yeah. Like you said, God do allow them in certain situations, all like that, but that was not the situation. See? Moshe come back and said, the very people, the very point that messed y'all up in the first place, you bring them back. Them the one you spared. And you don't see nothing wrong with that?
No.
Something wrong with your thinking.
That's Israel for you.
Oh, Moshe said, and you want a wild man. See? It was them women. It was them good-looking women that had y'all sitting over there. See? Worshiping other gods and going to their feast days and eating their food and all that. It was the women that did that to y'all. And then I had to turn around and do this to y'all. Because of that. This is why we have to push aside our thoughts and stuff here and listen to what's being said.
Hallelujah.
It's just like y'all back said, you see, you got faith, where do you give from?
Who gave it?
You have to be taught it.
Amen. Amen.
My faith, sure, what's the summation of your faith? Where do you get the conclusion of your faith from? Yeah, I told y'all a story about I went to certain meetings and everything. They told us where it was. But we do this, but we do that, and all that. Yeah. Hey, that's the wrong source of your faith.
Amen.
See, I ain't going wrong with that.
That's me.
See, yeah, that goat. But, see, read on. Let's see what happened. Why he was so upset.
17.
Yeah.
So that the plague broke out among Adonai community. Now kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman who has ever slept with a man. But the young girls who have never slept with a man, keep alive for yourselves. Pitch your tents outside the camp for 7 days. Whoever has killed a person or touched a corpse of someone slain, purify yourselves on the 3rd and 7th days, you and your captive. Also purify every garment, whether of skin or goat's hair, and every thing made of wood. Eleazar the Kohen said to the soldiers who had gone to the front, "This is the regulations from the Torah which Adonai has ordered Moshe. Even though gold, silver, brass, iron, tin, and lead can all withstand fire, so that you are indeed to purify everything made of these materials by having them pass through fire."
All right, now notice this. Why did all the stuff that they had formed and had, even a gold and a silver, had to go through the fire?
To clean.
See?
Purify.
See?
Mhm.
What happens when you put heat and all to gold or to silver or to lead or something? What happens to it?
Man,
It melts.
It melts and loses form.
Mhm.
Form and the impurities come out.
See? A lot of that stuff that they had was images and idols and stuff made in gold and stuff to their gods and stuff.
Right.
Put it in the fire there. That fire melt that stuff melted off down there and them forms and that image was gone. You gotta understand our God and all things. You got long hold. Hey, I got this image up here and everything. Hey, it's just a gold and I made it. No. You're right. Now you're forming your opinion about those things. And that stuff is gonna carry away from me. Therefore, God allowed them a certain leeway to do those things, but he told them, hey, every woman that done those things there have used their bodies as a vice to get you stupid guys to do what y'all did up there. You gotta kill them. Somehow we let some other thoughts and everything overcloud our thinking. Yeah.
But what did he mean when he said the plague broke out among them? Was he talking about other people saw what did? I mean, people burnt for his done it. I mean, not burnt for it, but he had done, you know, with that woman, that's what he was talking about, the plague broke out among the people.
Well, the plague was already breaking out.
So what was the plague?
See? They was dying. God was killing them.
And burnt for his stuff.
Yeah. And what he did by that zealous act and everything there, because they were so defiant everything there, by him doing that there, that deflected it. See? And like I said before, what he was doing, burnt face, sealed him in that. Say, okay, you want to have her? You want to be with her? You know, and she above, you know, so much that, hey, you willing to get out there just so you can, you know, have this relationship with her and everything. Okay, then they went on in there and he sealed it, and sword went down through both of them. Now how you gonna enjoy yourself? And he went away happy, okay. Yeah. They want to say it. But so God, it did not please God to have to do those things. That's what I'm saying. It's just like my grandfather used to tell me. You know, I just sure thought that, I just sure thought the other day, you know, Grandpa don't like doing this. I sure thought he did like cooking, you know, get tell you, cause yeah, cause he get you, boy, he tell you, boy. You know, I'll say, Grandpa, I hate this. You know? And so y'all was saying, hey, you know, I didn't have to, you know, I didn't like doing it, I didn't enjoy having to do this. But I done warned you, I done told you, you went over my warning. See? Some of these faith that you're supposed to do on that thing is warnings to us. See? People think that faith is just all of that, it's just some good stuff, you know, oh yeah, you're gonna have a mansion, you're gonna have this, and you got this in power, good, you got this and all like that. Some of God's faith is a warning to us. Leave them women alone. Because they will, and once they turn your head against you, hey, that's it. Then they fail God on that end there. Don't fail your job with God. See? And the easiest way to fail those things there is you start coming up with your own ideas. See? And so we go to the 33rd chapter. And start reading the 50th verse. That's Numbers 33:50.
Adonai spoke to Moshe in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, across from Jericho. He said to tell the people of Israel, when you cross the Jordan into the lake of Canaan, unto the land of Canaan,
Right.
you are to expel all the people living in the land from in front of you. Destroy all their stone figures, destroy all their metal statues, and demolish all their high places. Drive out the inhabitants of the land and live in it. For I have given the land to you to possess. You will inherit the land by lot according to your family.
Now notice this. Faith also requires something that you have to do. He said, when you get into the land, why was God telling us here? Was it for God's good or was it for their good?
They're good.
That's a warning. See? He said, when you get into the land, I don't want you going over there looking at all that. He said, drive out all that stuff. Tear down all that stuff. Ooh, but that looks pretty. I can use that as an ornament. That there. And no. Get rid of all of that stuff. Now, dear folks, we ought to be a witness today that God was right in what he said. Right? You know, we can be a witness to that right today. Because Gaza, those that's of the Gaza Strip and all that, those was one that Israel did not fully get rid of. Who they having trouble with right today? Who they having trouble with right today? Yes. If they had followed what God had said, it wouldn't have been there. And they brag about it. And they use that as a boast. We've always been here. That's what they said. That's what they throw in their face right today. got a right to it and all that, but it was, see, God told me they did what God told them to do, see. This is why it's so important to go by faith.
Amen.
He said, because if you don't, it's gonna be a snare to you. Mhm. Now you got them over there now. Every time you turn around, every once in a while you gotta go over there and give them a whooping.
They shoot rockets to them all the time too.
Tear up stuff and then they rebuild and then 2 years later, tear it down again.
Yeah. Yeah, right. They stopped. They stopped sending the rockets and everything there, and then they start sending balloons over. Starting all kind of fires and stuff, and it's like, they just won't quit.
They be a thorn in your side.
That's what he said.
Well,
They was seeing the dudes over just setting fire. Now they putting weapons on them.
Yeah. And so when Israel said that, well, you broke the treaty and all that, they said, no, we didn't. We said we stopped the rockets. We didn't say we were gonna stop messing with y'all. Yeah. God knew it about those things, yeah. And so faith comes in all kind of ways. People just think that faith just comes just God. Hey, no, faith coming out. That's why God said, "Oh, that He wish it is will have followed Him, and listen to His words." A lot of the stuff that's going on would not take place. Now, this was 1,000 years ago. People holler about, "Whoa, that was way a long time ago." We ain't get affected by it. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
But if you don't do it, it's what's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, that's it. At one time, they got so bad, they had them suicide bombers, man. Yeah, they got so tough on them, hey. Hey, this one time that Israel did right about the women. I told y'all what they did about the women. Huh? You got it right. The men was using the women, just like they did back in that day there. They used the women.
shield.
They were sending the women up there, and then the men would be behind the shield, they was behind the women and everything, yeah. And they would go, and then of course, it was what both. They want to shoot the women and stuff, you know, all that, because that sure would have been bad and everything. So they was like, what we gonna do here? This is getting outrageous here and everything, yeah. Huh? So they was said, hey, here's what we gonna do. That's right, when they come out there, that's right. Gonna get that cane and gonna go to work on that. go to work on them. After a few days of that, the women turned against us and said, no, we ain't going back there. Yeah, right. You say, y'all go out there. You know, just like I told y'all about what happened to me. My buddies and all that stuff, they had you just leading all that, all me, you and that but a mama's boy. You just do all that stuff there, and you just do this shit, all that, because your mama said everything. I said, what's wrong with these guys? Yeah. I said, you might have right, that's what I'm doing. And I told him, I said, ain't none of you niggas going home with me and sharing my woman. So y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all can call me and talk about all I want to, but I'm heading home. I'm following what she said. We're trying to make you do shame and all that. I shame my.
They're gonna get beat down, they get home too.
Yeah, that's right. And so we see here that when God says something, he's talking for years. That's been years ago. Therefore, we need to hear instruction. We need to follow faith.
Amen.
Do you know that God is still working on faith
Amen.
that he preached to Abraham?
Amen.
Do you know that?
Yes, yes, yes.
We got all these people running around here hollering about, yeah, I ain't worried about this earth and all that, because I got faith because I'm going to heaven and all that. Wrong. Messed up faith, that's what they got.
The direct is going back.
See? God got the idea for us to remain here on earth.
Amen.
See? So they just messed up. Here's what's wrong with people. But what happened to them? Read on to 56.
Okay. It says, you are to give more land to the larger families and less to the
Okay,
smaller.
that's good enough. That's good enough. I told you what happened in the future here.
Mhm.
Not only did it immediately have trouble back there, they had trouble back there, but even in the future in our time,
Right, right.
we still suffering from that there, being disobedient to God. So these people running around there, well, that was back in the olden days and there, you know, that ain't binding on us now. What do you mean it ain't binding on you? Go on over there. It's like some of the folks did go over there. Some of Vietnamese, them group, they went over there, everything over there, and thinking that them folks was going to welcome them in and all that, and it wasn't that. Went over there. You Israel? Yeah. You gonna catch it too. See? No, don't, you know, what's the problem with them? What was wrong with Israel? You know, God gave a sealing attitude against Israel, and what was wrong? What was the main thing that was wrong? We're going to Jeremiah. We're going to Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter. I'll read a couple of verses there. See? Jeremiah got so bad. Y'all know that story, right? Jeremiah got so bad.
Yep, I'll pray for him.
Yeah. Now you think that's bad. About God ain't gonna forgive him and all that. You talking about one man, God talking about a whole group of folks. That's right. 10 tribes. He said, don't even play with these folks. What? Just like you told Moshe. And Moshe was a dear man and all that. And said, Moshe, don't bring this up no more. Don't bring this up no more. It's bad enough that you got to put it in, and why you want to pile some more stuff on it? Because I'm just about at that point there to add some more to it. Jeremiah 3:12.
Okay. It says, go and proclaim these words toward the north. Return, backsliding Israel, says Adonai. I will not frown on you, for I am merciful, says Adonai. I will not bear a grudge forever. Only acknowledge your gift.
Now, this is the point where a lot of us don't want to know, and we don't right. God is not just going to forgive you without you acknowledging your mess up.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
And see, Satan knows that. So he want to come up with all kind of stuff. He want to come up with all kind of doctrine stuff. Just as long as you're out of the pathway of what God has said. See? He said, no. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I want you to return. I want you to do those things, but you gotta do it my way. You gotta do it by faith. You gotta go by my route. It was just like we was talking about earlier today about getting back into the garden. God said, Mom, Adam and Eve, y'all can't get back to them, all that stuff. All that stuff was stuff that they thought of. They thought that you read the book of Adam and Eve, and you'll find it. They did all kinds of stuff. Standing in the water, out the cave, and they prayed hard. They did a lot of stuff. God said, hey, don't mean nothing to me. I set the pattern as how you gonna get back in there. And without going through my son, the setup that I got, there ain't no way you're gonna get it. So go on back to your cave and all that stuff there. Live out your days and everything there. Until those things get set up and get right. Here, read on. What did he say there?
It says, only acknowledge your guilt that you have committed crimes against Adonai your God, that you were promiscuous with strangers on the every green tree, that you have not paid attention to my voice, says Adonai. Return, backsliding children, says Adonai, for I am your master.
All right, now, let's notice what precedes returning. A lot of folks say, well, I just returned, I just returned to God. No, there's got to be something that precedes that return. People are finding that out now, that dealing with people that got drug problems, that all this stuff, everything, and all that, they're finding out that they deal with this way far more than us. But if that person will admit, if they will acknowledge that they got a problem, you can't help them. Can't help them. See? There you go. Therefore, we've got to get this thing right, and we got to get this thing, and we got to know how this thing operates and go forward. A lot of times we don't know those things there, and so people say, well, why are you all the time talking about it? Why are you all the time bringing up about the terrible stuff that our forefathers did and all those stuff there? Because we have not learned as a nation, as a people. All we think about right now, I talk to a lot of folks, all they can think about right now is, hey, they did us wrong and all that stuff there. We want vengeance and we want to do that. Hey, that's why Israel could not fulfill and follow through on what God had told them about it. They had the wrong concept of the ideas, and they went out there to reap the vengeance that God wanted, and they messed up. Had they really thought about it, Moses said, the main thing that messed y'all up, y'all come back here with them all spared. Let them slide. It's the women that mess y'all up. And do you know that's exactly what's going on today? Do you know that's exactly what's going on today? These guys running around here hollering about what the white man did, but the white women just, most of all of them. Even got guys hollering about they can't wait till they can rape 12-year-old white girls and stuff. No, that's what their mind is at.
Mm-hmm.
They hate the guy, but they when they got to a white boy.
No. Oh, when they went down the media, buddy, they put a hurt on the media. Like you said, they put a hurt on the media. Yeah. But the women, they spared them and all that. And those are the ones that they should have. See, because they wasn't listening to faith. Yeah, folks. You gotta get this thing straight. You gotta get this thing right here. Otherwise, these people were faithless. They didn't have no faith, and that's why they messed up. See? When you don't have faith, okay, you mess up.
Amen.
You mess up.
Amen. With guidance. Gotta have guidance.
I always give an example about this. You come home, you leave some instructions, you leave some faith to your children. When I come back home and everything, I want this front room cleaned up. See? Kids get to run around there and everything and all that stuff, and then come back, front room all messed up. But mama, Dad, come in my bedroom. Look, my bedroom looks good, and I cleaned up my bedroom instead of the front room. You think the parent will be happy about that? No. He said, I'm bringing company over. Company ain't going to your bedroom. Company going to the front room. And here y'all ain't there when I tell you, you ain't there. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what people is today. How they all talk about faith. You told me to clean up, so I cleaned the bedroom up instead of the front room. Yeah, but that wasn't part of my plan. That wasn't part of what I said.
Yeah, something else in mind.
Yeah.
Like, they told us to clean up and mop the floors and stuff. Hey, we got the water and stuff and put it on the floor. They just start skating. Sliding. Later on, they pulled, they seen them come, oh, grab the box. It's too late there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
In closing, for today, just not get started on this, whatever you do, we'll have to take that some other time. We're going to go to Matthew, the 15th chapter. We're going to read 3 through the 8th, 3 through the 6th verse of Matthew 15. See what the Mashiach said. See how we got in there, have we gotten after all the years that we're doing those things there. See, after Mashiach would come, see where was that on that?
53.
Uh-huh.
He answered, indeed, why do you break the command of God by your tradition?
Uh-oh! God's commands, God's 10 commandments is faith.
Right.
Right?
Right.
That's what God spoke. That's what God taught. But he said, I want to know, see, I want to tell me something. Why are y'all breaking God's command? Y'all ain't following his faith. Read on.
For God said, honor your father and mother, and anyone who curses his father or mother must be put to death. But you say, if anyone says to his father or mother, I have promised to give to God what I might have you to help you, then he is rid of his duty to honor his father or mother.
Uh-oh. Are y'all following what I'm saying here? Are y'all following what Mashiach was saying?
Yeah, man, let me bring us to the church so you have to give it to you and stand on it.
See? It was one of that. If your parents come in and say, I want you to go out there and do so and so and so, I gotta go to the temple. I gotta go to the temple and do so and so and so and so and so on.
So it's free you from.
Yeah, so you free cursing, go against them, tell them wrong. He said, no, that's not freedom. No. People get these traditions and they get these things on. Man, don't give you no priority over God's commandment. God's faith is over everything. We have the people right today. They'll brag about they can count to 7. They ain't worried about counting to 7. Because hey, what? They done come up with their own tradition. Okay? First day of the week. God said the 7th day. They say the first day. Their tradition have made void God's law. We yet see all talking about faith. You listen to them and all that, oh, we live by faith. And they'll wear that word faith out.
They said this is the Lord's day.
Yeah. But they'll make your faith make void God's faith. That's what you better be checking on. And that's what they were doing. See? And the Mashiach had to point out to them. Now, y'all faithless. See? Read on.
Thus, by your tradition, you make null and void the word of God. You hypocrites, Yeshayahu was right when he prophesied about you. Their worship of me is useless because they teach man-made rules as if they were doctrine.
There you go.
That's it.
Now there's a whole wrap up the whole thing. He said they worship me all right. They doing it, but it's useless.
Vain.
Others will say vain.
Vain.
In vain they do worship me. Right. Because their doctrine is not based on God's faith.
Thank you, deliverance.
Their doctrine is based on their faith. And they'll tell you that.
Hallelujah.
That ain't none of my faith. I'll let them tell them many times.
One faith.
And they tell you, well, that's your faith. And I said, no, ain't none of my faith. I said, that's God's faith. I said, God is the one that said the 7th day, not me. I didn't say that. But y'all done told something different and made void. And you think God gonna be pleased with that? Dear folks, he wasn't pleased then, and he ain't gonna be pleased now.
Right.
Check up on your faith. Check up on your faith and see whether it stands the test or not. See? Was that the 6th verse?
Yeah, I read 7.
Okay, all right, then. That's good enough right now. Faith plus trust must be established by what? By action. Please get that. And you read that in the scripture there. What do you think they got it from? Faith without works is what?
Dead.
Don't mean a thing. See?
I just noticed I skipped the whole 8th verse.
Huh?
I just noticed I skipped the whole 8th verse.
Well, we got the gist of it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I went to 7. I wanted to go to 7.
Oh, okay, I skipped the 8th and went to the next.
Okay, you went there. Oh, okay, right, I got you. Okay. Faith and trust must be established by our actions. Then are we totally committed to God. See? Then you weigh your actions, see, according to what God's word has said,
to find out who you're committed to. Why are you committed to the seventh day? Is it because of the branch of Jerusalem doctrine?
God says the sign,
God said it.
Right.
sign the king.
Because God is the one that said, this is my holy day. Right. This closes out our Parashah for today. May God bless us and keep us on that end there as we go forth in there. Satan is clever and he's slick, and he said that if you're a apostle, he will deceive the very elect. A lot of them don't have this background, they don't have this thing here to know what to compare it with. So then naturally they're gonna follow through and just think anything is good. We got to have a positive thing to back check with and all that there to see whether or not we in line or not. And it's in our hope and I pray that next Shabbat that we will see you. And as our oath is, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget your Jerusalem, let my right hand get a cunning. If I remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not that we shall lie above my chief joy. Psalm 137, verses 5 and 6. Okay, but now I turn to all hands for the Shema to go back to service for today.